Hi there, Dr. Karen here. And as you know, I've been kind of launching my Boundaries 2.0 course and kind of looking at it from all different angles, the people pleasing, the art of saying no, identifying your core values. And if you haven't grabbed my core values worksheet, click below and please grab it and print that out and then kind of brainstorm and figure out what's important to you. And then once you have that kind of in place as the foundation, then it's easier to make a plan and set boundaries and practice and deal with pushback and all the things. But something that I'm finding with my people is that it's overwhelming, like everything, okay, let's pick one thing you want to work on. Well, everything. So what we could do is kind of, divide and conquer. Okay, what is working? Surely, there's a few things in your life that are consistent and stable and are working, or maybe everything's overwhelming. And if that's the case, then we might want to start with, we can think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, start with basic. Okay, we need to drink enough water. We need to get enough sleep. We need protein, and hopefully some fruits and vegetables in there. But, we can start with physical health. I mean, if a lot of those things aren't in place, then our mental health and then our ability to focus and then our ability to work or parent or be an active member of our community or show up in the best way possible. So I guess the first thing could be starting with physical health, like protect your sleep time, get enough water, protect your energy, protect your schedule. Like if you decide, all right, we all need exercise, but if you decide what your plan is going to be, it could be walking 20 minutes every morning, but protect that time where nothing else, is allowed. Barring an emergency, is allowed to overtake. So my advice for today is to kind of divide and conquer. Once we've identified our core values and we've set some goals, let's pick what's most important. And it may be starting with your health and your sleep. We could go down a whole, there's a whole lot of information. Well, I have my sleep diary, which you can grab off my website as one of the free gifts, but we could start with, if sleep's an issue, we could start with sleep hygiene. What are you doing before you go to bed? How much caffeine are you drinking in the afternoon? How much water? Are you doing things that relax you, or are you looking at your screen before bedtime? There's all sorts of things, but let's start with our physical health. So that's going to be our foundation of self-care, and then setting boundaries. So that, figuring out what you can do, something small and measurable to improve your physical health, and then putting a boundary around it. So I could say, all right, I'm going to protect 8 hours of sleep between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. undisturbed. For me, I need a lot of sleep. And then you could say, all right, I'm going to exercise 3 times a week. I'm going to take my dog for a walk. That is not negotiable. But the days, it could be flexible as far as the days. Maybe you walk both weekend days, if that were your form of exercise, and then putting a boundary around, meal prep and food preparation, or, grocery shopping. If you order your groceries, just, I'm committed to having, 50, 75 grams, 100 grams of protein a day, and then some good fruits and vegetables, and then water. We should be drinking our body weight in ounces of water. I know there's days, it's a lot easier for me to do that in the summer, or if I'm exercising, it's harder for me in the winter. And with our Texas weather, it was in the 30s, and then it was in the 80s, and then now it's raining and in the 40s. So good reminder for me to drink some more water today. And then just be careful with caffeine consumption. You want to counter that with water, because caffeine can be dehydrating and it can derail your sleep. And then protecting what's important to you as far as your time with family, your time with friends, protecting your workspace and your work time. I know there's times when we might feel more inspired to work or write, especially if we're a creative sort of person. I know I kind of have to be in the mood for when I'm writing, but then there's certain things that just have to be done. There's paperwork and things, and we don't all have the luxury of doing it when we're in the mood. I'm working, So there's just some ideas out there, but let's start with the foundation of taking really good care of our physical health. So I will see you next time, and we'll talk a little bit about our spiritual health and kind of grounding techniques as far as, breathing, meditation, imagery, things like that to kind of regulate our nervous system. So we'll focus on our physical health this week, and then next week we'll focus on grounding and internal regulation as far as our nervous system being very calm and zen. So I'll see you next week.